Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Geekalypse Now. I am your host, Caretaker.
I'm Burly Badger.
I'm Snowballs.
I'm Scorps.
And I'm Rick.
Alright, so, kind of like at the last minute, I find some bit of news to talk about because it almost for like the last week since we recorded the last podcast, it was almost like dead silence.
Yeah, just a complete dry spell for like the first half of the week on anything interesting, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
And
know
then
that
all of a
feeling.
sudden, boom, like it came out like over the weekend. So
That's how I like it.
Alright. Well,
Luckily, the last half picked up. Starting off with comic book news, Marvel's Star Wars comic number 26, coming this December, has announced that they will be showcasing Yoda and will delve into his backstory, taking place during Obi-Wan's youth. And the setting will be in a world that we've never seen before, which I think is going to be fantastic.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
If it's as good as the Darth Vader one, it definitely will be.
Wait, what? Oh.
If it's as cool as the Darth Vader comic,
Oh, okay, yeah.
it'll be awesome.
Yeah, totally. I didn't read very many of the Star Wars comics. I've only read a couple, but I know Scorps here, he read a bunch of, well, both you and Burly Badger read the, read the Legacy comics. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I read... I don't remember how many I read, but I've read several of them. I don't think I read nearly all of them, though.
I read them all, and I also read the Legacy War series that takes place right after.
Ah.
But, so will this comic be considered officially canon? Do we know that?
One would assume.
Yeah,
Pretty sure everything Disney does is considered canon
Yeah.
now.
yeah, everything they're doing, or that they're going to be releasing from now on is going to be canon.
Like in books, comics, TV shows. Well, Rebels is completely canon, which they keep releasing trailers for Rebels and it's just showing Ezra. I believe is the main character. You know,
The kid.
yeah, he's going more and more on the dark side. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I really should watch that series.
Oh, my bad. I gave a little small spoiler. All right.
Good job.
Yeah. No. Well, speaking of
It's a
TV
small
news,
spoiler.
Scorps, you want to take this one?
New seasons of Gotham and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have premiered this week, and I've seen them both, and they're pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. premiere. That was pretty fucking sweet.
I thought Ghost Rider was going to be stupid. He was pretty great.
He looked like the cover of a metal album when he went full Ghost Rider mode.
Yeah.
Doesn't he always, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
The design looked better than the Nicolas Cage one, and that's hard to do. Consider
Yeah.
like the budget of a TV show versus the budget of a movie like 7 or 10 years ago.
Well, the skull definitely looks less realistic, but it doesn't look like a normal skull either. So
No,
I'll
it has-
chalk it up to that.
Yeah, but we'll talk more about that later on this Saturday whenever we give our thoughts on the episode or shows that came out this week. Okay.
I concur, Chucky.
It's like my cat decided to join the podcast. So yeah, we'll give our thoughts on that later on this week. Yeah, Burley and I may have Scorps on there if he's willing to join it. And we'll talk about it more. So yeah, on to Dan Payne casts as younger Obsidian in DC's Legends of Tomorrow, which should be coming out beginning of next year, I believe.
That long for Legends of Tomorrow?
That's when season 1 premiered.
Huh.
At the beginning of the year. I thought it was only going to be like a 7-episode kind of series or, like a very small miniseries, but
Like a one season off?
kind of thing, yeah.
Okay.
But, so,
Thankfully, that's not the case because I really enjoyed that show.
yeah. So,
It looks like it starts October 13th.
Really?
Nice.
I was completely wrong.
Just like everything else, starting in October for CW.
Yeah, like we got Flash and Arrow coming out sometime in October. So
And Supernatural.
speaking
And
of
Supergirl.
Yeah,
and
but-
Supergirl.
Yes, and Supergirl. Yeah,
Jesus.
they cast 100's Ditchin Lockman. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She's playing the character Roulette.
I think it's Deacon, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, it could be the.
You got the Lockman part right, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
totally. Hopefully. Yeah. So
Totally, maybe.
Totally, probably. I don't know. I doubt it.
Just kind of hopped over that finish line with a broken leg. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I have not watched a single episode of Supergirl like when it was on
Good.
CBS.
Congratulations.
I avoided.
I hope you're fucking proud of yourself.
I am.
Should be.
I
should
take
watch
pride in the fact that I haven't seen any of it.
Everyone should watch the last 5 episodes of it so that they can.
They're so good.
Because they're good. But everything else is garbage.
I watched the original pilot when it leaked or whatever, and
I'm
it was
sorry.
just
Yeah.
we don't talk about that.
I heard like
That
the
never
opening
happened.
part for Supergirl, like when she's escaping Krypton, like is really shit.
Yeah, it looks like shit. And
Do do do
And
do
it
do
is
do
shit.
do do
Yep.
do do do.
Snowballs, you actually got a good point. New DuckTales series is announced by Disney. That's gonna be kind of cool.
maybe.
Well, I mean, I'm interested.
I'm excited to see how they fuck it up.
When they throw pop culture references and shit like that.
And twerking.
If it's going to be Ninja Turtles with ducks, no thank you.
I'd watch
no.
Ninja Turtles with ducks. I'm just saying.
I totally would too.
I don't
If
want
it was
that
like
to
the
amazing.
originals, I would. Actually,
I don't want that to be DuckTales, but I'd watch that.
I was not a fan of what they did to Ninja Turtles in the last few years. So
That's Nickelodeon.
I know, but there seems to be a culture of bringing back awesome things and making them terrible.
Either that or they're bringing
Powerpuff
back
Girls.
terrible things and
Oh,
our nostalgia
Powerpuff
won't
Girls
let
don't
us
even
believe that they
know.
were always terrible.
Well, there's one thing about the Ninja. We're sidetracking the Ninja Turtles there for a second.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but hopefully this is pretty good. I doubt they're gonna have all the original cast for this new series. Obviously, I think the voice actor for Scrooge McDuck is like in his late 80s by now, probably. I don't know. I remember him. They brought him back to do the voice of Scrooge McDuck for the remastered game that came out a few years ago, which was something.
It sure was.
Yeah. So, Rick, you want to get this next one?
Sure, why not?
Alright.
Pokemon Generations released its first 2 episodes online
YouTube,
last
in
week
fact.
sometime.
I need
Has
to
anyone
watch
seen
those.
it? Is it?
It's
Good?
It's all right. I believe
I'm waiting to binge it.
I think the second one deals with Giovanni and Team Rocket.
Spoilers.
No, I mean they're like 3-minute long episodes. Or
Those
something
are
like that.
really short episodes.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed by the length of them, to be honest with you.
Hear that all the time.
Say a nickel for every time I've heard that.
Well, I guess getting out of TV pretty quickly.
No, I'm just scrolling down for it. You can talk more about Pokemon Generations. I mean, Rick, you said you got a chance to watch it?
Ow.
No, he's gonna binge
No,
it.
not yet.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it alone then. It's not too bad. It's actually pretty cool.
You're up for a brutal binge with 3-minute long episodes there, buddy.
Yeah. It looks like that one anime they released a while ago that was specifically about Red and
Yeah,
capturing
which-
all 151 Pokemon.
That one, it was cool, but it just like literally jumps over like big portions of the story from the original game. Like
Yeah.
you barely see dick about Mount Moon or any of the gyms even. Like, oh yeah, I went to Cerulean Gym and got a Cascade badge, and I went to the not Celadon. I keep Saffron City. No, Saffron's middle. Yeah, it's like it just jumps over like gym battles and like very. I think the entire series itself only has like maybe 3 or 4 actual battles in it, and the series is like 5 episodes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they showed him looking under a truck from you, so there's that.
Yeah, I know, right? It was hilarious. They also showed Charizard do his Mega Evolution when he's fighting Mewtwo in the Cerulean Cave. which was pretty sweet.
Sounds
Definitely.
like it could be interesting.
Yeah, the animation's good on it. It looks really cool.
Anyways, though, we're going into movies. Todd McFarlane is confirming that a new Spawn film is being made, and it's gonna be, or it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be PG-13. It's gonna go for a hard R.
Damn right it is.
Yeah. It's not going to be a continuation. I believe they're rebooting it because it's been like
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, it's been almost 20 years, so I guess that's plenty of time to wait for a reboot, I think.
I think it came out in like 97, 98, around that time when the dark sort of look for movies, especially comic book movies, was all the rage, except for Batman and Robin.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for a new Spawn movie. I liked the first one, and it made me read a few comics, and I really liked those. And Spawn's just a great character. For those of you who don't know anything about Spawn, I would say go watch the movie, but I haven't watched it in like a decade, so it probably doesn't age well.
It does not.
I think most of the effects that they used on Spawn himself do, like the stuff they did with his cape and all of that, I think the cape looks great because it's a magical freaking devil cape anyway, so it's gonna look weird.
Yeah.
And it always looks weird. It looks the same whenever they CG it, in my opinion, as it does when they don't CG it. Because of like what they made the cape out of. It looks weird, but I like it.
It looked like you could definitely tell it wasn't actually there with the actors when I saw it in the movie. Like whenever he jumps down from like the middle of like his big party, you see like his cape just like flowing everywhere, and it's like you can totally tell that no one's even being hit by that. But oh well, the costume itself for Spawn was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo plays not the main villain, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess you can consider the villain.
He's not the devil.
No, the devil looked like shit. In that
Yeah.
movie. There was no excuse for that.
So did the Annihilator, to be honest, but
yeah. All right. So hopefully this next Spawn movie will be really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, there was talks about a sequel like after the first one came out because they totally tried to sequel bait it.
Yeah. And then never did a sequel.
Oh well. So moving on to more movie news. Star Wars Rogue One. They have changed their composer from Alexandra Desplat to Michael Giacchino. Michael Giacchino, who's worked on a few Disney films, including Up. Well, Disney Pixar, but he's worked on Up and a few other things. I'm trying to think what else he might have worked on, but anyway, there was a rumor going around for Episode 7 that if John Williams hadn't have wanted to come back or decided not to come back for Star Wars, they would probably have gone with this man. So I imagine it'll be pretty good. Oh, right. He also worked on the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I forgot.
As well as Lost.
Right. Good point.
Yeah. Everybody loves Lost, but I have not watched one episode of Lost.
I started watching one, and then I didn't.
And then you got lost?
Yeah. And I watched Supergirl instead.
So you lost your interest with it? Alright. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing his score for the movie, because that's my main thing, is I listen to scores all the time at work. Like, I'll listen to...
Score.
Anyway, yeah, just let that kind of sink in. But, so I listen to scores all the time at work, and I'm looking forward to hearing this music. So, yeah. Alright, next article.
Yandu got a new look for Guardians 2.
Yeah, I took a look
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I looked at the concept art, and it looks... I'm not exactly a big fan of it. it looks really weird. It's almost like a tribal kind of Amazon look to him, and it's just, I'm not a big fan.
I don't think you saw the right one because they revealed an actual picture of him looking into a mirror,
Really?
and he has like a full-on Star-Lord style jacket.
Huh.
Okay, then apparently the website pulled this from was just posting concept art or some type of weird art. Oh well, I'll check that out after the
It
podcast.
was a full picture, and they just show him fully at Comic-Con.
Yeah, we'll have to post that in the links.
Yeah, a bunch of these articles I'm gonna post a link in the description about it. So, yep, a little bit more news for Guardians of the Galaxy. So, looking forward to that movie.
Yep. Hopefully, if I get you the cassette for Guardians 2, it's not gonna get eaten by your tape player.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what you said. All right. Oh God.
That is a very big picture. Zoom that out.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, let's go ahead and talk about
Yep. In other news, while we're looking at this picture,
He looks the same as he did in Guardians 1.
apparently Mad Max Fury Road is getting a prequel for it, and I have heard that it is going to be about Furiosa. That is a rumor, but if that is true, that's not a Mad Max movie. That's a Furiosa movie.
Unless that's a Mad Furiosa movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I haven't really heard very much about it. It's more or less just a rumor for right now. So
Yeah.
It's more, yeah. We're just throwing it out there just for, just because we heard something about it in the wind.
Oh yeah, and I have enjoyed every Mad Max movie, especially the newest one. I know some people were like, "Oh, it wasn't as good as the second one or whatever," but I loved it. It was fantastic. I was stuck on that movie for a long time.
I'll say all three of us were, Snowballs included.
Yeah, I watched it in theaters twice.
And that's saying a lot. I probably saw it 4 times, and with different people, because I kept making different people go see it with me. Were you one of those people, Snowballs?
Yeah.
Okay. I was pretty sure you were, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be reporting on this bit of news as it develops. When I imagine we'll get more news as the weeks go on.
I'm pretty happy about it being a prequel, for the record, though. Just because that means minor spoilers if you haven't seen Fury Road, but that means that what is it, the Doof Warrior, something like that?
The part of the desert that they went to that she was from.
The Doof Warrior is not going to be dead.
But will he even exist yet? Is the question.
That is another good point. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and continue on with a little bit different news in the world of movies.
How about some Tom Cruise news?
I'm cool with Tom Cruise news.
After a bit of there was a halt on during pre-production for Mission Impossible 6, which was announced a while back. And they have closed the deal, and Tom Cruise is again working on that project. So look forward to that. And I think spring of next year is when they're beginning to film it. So it'll be a couple years on that. But they can make those movies forever, and I'll be happy with them. Not gonna lie.
Like how was the latest one? I didn't get a chance to watch it, but does anyone?
I mean, they're all corny. They're all silly. They're all fantastic.
Yeah, like they grabbed like onto the cheese, but not nearly as much as the early James Bond movies. But they grab onto that basically from an action standpoint.
Well, one thing I'm thinking of right now is like, Tom Cruise is probably like in the running for playing the same character for so many different movies. Like, he's probably up there with, like, Robert Downey Jr. for playing Tony Stark. Like, this would be the sixth Mission Impossible movie that Tom Cruise has starred in. So it's got to be kind of like a small record or something for playing, like, the same character the most times.
I mean, there was like 8 Harry Potter movies, so.
Oh, yeah. That. And apparently, rumor has it that they're trying to make the most recent story into a movie, but I hope it doesn't get made into a story. Because so far, what I've read in that book, it seems like bad fan fiction.
It is a bad fan fiction at best, and it is not headcanon. So no, thank you.
No, it's hard to get in. It's hard to get actually enveloped in that story because the way the book is written. It's not really even a book. It's just like, let's just go ahead and put the screen.
It's the script for the Broadway production or whatever.
You're a book, but yeah, it's kind of hard to feel like immersed into this world whenever it keeps like actually putting on the pages like or stage transitions. It seems a little too angsty for me. Yeah.
Just no, thank you in general.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on to a bit of different news from Mission Impossible and Harry Potter. Rob Lowe has been cast for Super Troopers 2. He'll be playing a character named Guy Lefranc. I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
Just go with it.
Yeah, that looks close.
Let's see.
Just roll with it.
Yep, an ex-hockey player turned mayor of a Canadian town. Sorry. I was about to read that as Canada Town. I don't know why. It sounds like a bad South Park.
It's my favorite town.
Sounds like a town you'd see in South Park.
Canadian Town. The top of it just like flaps
the top
open.
Of the town?
Yeah, just like flaps open when people are talking.
I'm curious to see what Rob Lowe will do with their style of humor.
Probably rock it, really.
I think Rob Lowe is great in almost everything he's done.
Especially Parks and Rec.
Especially Parks and Rec. I really wanted to see the roast of Rob Lowe. I need to go watch that whenever I go home because I'm very interested in that.
Gonna have to make a note of that right now.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to. Well, actually, I'm just a fan of Super Troopers in general because it was actually pretty fucking hilarious.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't like it the first time I watched it.
Shut your whore mouth.
The first time I watched it, I was in high school, and then I watched it again probably like 5 years ago, and I thought it was fantastic.
I was like, when did the movie come out? Like early 2000s?
Let's find out.
Yeah, IMDb's not right at our fingertips. But in the
2001.
meantime, Rick, do you want to take this next one real quick?
Sure, why not? Paige is officially on the road with WWE again.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yep, she's coming back.
There's rumor that she isn't medically cleared to compete yet because she has an injury. But she's there and not fired.
Did they say what kind of injury?
Stupid.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Is it like Rey Mysterio where he breaks his leg or breaks his leg every 6 months?
I hope she got a tattoo
leg by
infection.
sitting.
God, I haven't seen Rey Mysterio in forever, but yeah. Recently I've been actually going back and watching the WWE Network and rewatching the 2002 era, which is actually kind of interesting. Like recently they went back. They just started the WWE portion of wrestling. Like they took the F out because of the lawsuit with the World Wildlife Fund. Just thought I'd bring that up. Anyway.
So, the company behind League of Legends is releasing a League of Legends themed board game. It's not a MOBA style board game. It's more like a traditional strategy game with a card deck and whatnot and all that. It's titled Mechs and Minions, and you play as one of 4 Yordles, like Ziggs or Heimerdinger and the other ones that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And You can buy that exclusively through their official website, and the price point is set at, I believe, $75.
I mean,
So
so the actual MOBA game that's available online is free.
So
Is
play
it-
that.
Yeah.
right?
Even though you're probably going to spend more than $75 trying to get skins.
I have.
Well,
not,
see, the trick is to not care
Yes.
about skins.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah,
late.
tell that to the entirety of the internet.
Yeah, it's true. And look at some of the DLC, or not, but some of the skin packs you get from Halo 5 with certain guns. Like this gun has red and white polka dots on it.
This one's pizza.
I've never bought up the hat hype. Like, I don't see the point. Just play the game.
Yeah.
You say that, I'm gonna use my awesome match control skins in Halo 5.
Okay, well. Anyway.
More gaming news.
Yeah,
Matt?
a little bit more gaming news. Here we go. Pokemon Go has become the fastest smartphone game to reach $500 million. Imagine I'm in that money somehow too. That's part of my money too. So
I know I'm not.
yeah,
Did you buy Pokeballs?
I bought Pokeballs, incubators, incense. I don't think I bought any lures. Yeah.
I gave him $1.
What? You gave him $1?
He tricked me.
Hey, I was at Pokeballs and I really wanted to catch that Scyther.
And then
I
you
can
said
see
Ga-
that. I
And
can
then
see
you
that.
said
Scyther's
Game
worth it.
Monster.
So how is your Scyther doing?
I don't know.
That's right. You rooted your phone. You cannot play it anymore.
Yep.
Yay.
Dollar well spent.
Yeah. So
How
not
about that?
very many people are playing. I mean, I imagine the Pokemon Go hype has definitely like dropped down.
Dead.
Like immensely.
Non-existent.
No, it's not dead.
I'm still playing it every once in a while.
It'll be back once they add more generations.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
Pretty
if
much
they do.
everyone will come back whenever they add more generations. Unless they have a rooted phone.
also, the thing is, I've been seeing a lot more EVs popping up like everywhere. Like whenever I hit the
Regional,
nearby
because
thing, there's like EVs around me.
I started playing on release date, and like the first thing I caught was an EV, and I haven't stopped finding them. They're like as common as Zubats around here.
Where we are, they weren't that common, but now they're as common as Pidgeys or Rattatas, and it's ridiculous. Like, I don't play personally. I usually get on Caretaker's phone while he's driving and catch stuff for him and, like, do the Pokestops.
Mm-hmm.
And the occasional
And-
gym.
Almost never. If we're gonna do a gym, we usually pull over and, like, fight the gym yourself.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, they're just ridiculous. There's so many EVs now, and there wasn't that many before, and now they're everywhere.
I've also been catching a lot of high level EVs too, or a lot of high CP EVs. Like the most recent one I caught was like 680 something. It was crazy.
I think they scale with you, like as you level up. I don't know.
No, they're supposed to, but I've seen some like 15 or 50 or 70 something Ratas and other things. Like the highest thing I've caught, like in just a general Pokemon, was probably might have been a Snorlax, and that Snorlax that was like 1790 something. That was like that was a couple levels back though. So yeah. So that's a bit of Pokemon Go news. We got another bit of news right here.
The Death Star DLC finally released for Star Wars Battlefront yesterday for Season Pass owners, and 2 weeks for non-Season Pass holders.
How is it?
It looks amazing. I don't have the season pass, but looks great.
Ah,
You heard it here first.
it looks amazing.
Well,
It looks great.
The trailer I saw looked like it was pretty cool looking. Like Chewbacca's a playable character. R2D2 has a thing to do in the game.
He's playable.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, there's a mode
Yeah.
where you can.
Is he kind of like
Take him over, kind
the
of.
AT-AT?
No, you fully play as him. He's like
Okay.
a pseudo hero, basically.
You can't hit R2D2 with a Y wing.
TIE bombers have to drop fucking ion bombs on him.
Oh yeah, TIE
No,
bombers.
TIE
Yeah,
bombers, because it's R2.
Oh, yeah.
They did add TIE bombers. Also,
That's cool.
Are they fun? Well, never mind.
can't play as them, so no. But they added them.
None of us have the season pass, by the way. Anybody who's listening, I didn't buy the season pass. I don't think anyone did, or any of us did.
I haven't bought any of the DLC.
I haven't played since
Best
like
Friend's
a week
great.
after it launched.
I haven't even bought in the game.
Lucky.
But apparently, the Star Wars DLC deals with like you can actually go out and actually pilot an X-wing and do like a small Death Star like battle around it in space. So this would be like the first.
You can do the full-on trench run.
Really?
And they also added Red 5 and Vader's TIE Advanced as vehicle heroes.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. I mean, what's the difference between Red 5's X-wing and the rest of the X-wings, though?
It shoots faster, has more health, and it has R2 on it that can repair the X-wing.
Nice.
Okay.
So, if you have that, it'll repair itself slowly or something?
It's an ability. It's on the
okay.
like ultimate ability type of thing.
Let's just hope Darth Vader's TIE Advance doesn't handle like the Falcon and Slave One from the other hero vehicles.
It definitely doesn't look like it. It looks like it pilots just like a TIE Interceptor.
That's good. So it was a bitch and a half to like actually just make like a turn with the other hero vehicles in the base game.
The trick is to know some maneuvers.
By
Black
listing
barrel
lazily. I was listening lazily to the left, damn it. Yeah, so that's also I believe Bosk is the playable villain in the Death Star DLC as well.
Yes. Bosk is the villain for DLC that no one cares about. 'Cause he's Bosk.
He had grunt
Sounds about right.
in the Empire.
Yeah. Rick was talking to me about Chewbacca's gameplay, and he sounds ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, his bowcaster is just unnecessary. You start off with one shot, that single shot, and then as you get kills, the amount of shots you shoot doubles up to
Jesus.
8. And you just shoot 8 shots at a time.
Are the is the bowcaster like does it bounce off walls at all? 'Cause there's
I don't think so.
Oh shit.
I think it just explodes on impact like the normal bowcaster.
So yeah, anybody who's still playing Battlefront, you got a nice DLC out now, and anyone who hasn't bought the season pass, you got it in a couple weeks.
yeah. But keeping in with games, apparently Steam has pulled the developer Digital Homicide from, or Valve has pulled Digital Homicide from their Steam servers because they try to sue over 100 customers of Steam for saying mean things about their games. It's pretty
Big
ridiculous. And so Digital Homicide, being the grown-ups that they are, decided that the most mature thing to do at that point is to try to sue Valve as well.
Go figure, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I bought any games from this company, so I mean, I don't even
Apparently 100 people did.
really only 100.
Because there's
That's
100.
as many as they're suing. Yeah, I'm scrolling through a list of what they've made don't even recognize any of them.
Well, if you look at gameplay footage of them, they usually make one game and then they reskin it and then sell it as another game. And they do that a lot. And and apparently the game that they are reskinning whenever they do that is allegedly is shit. Trying not to get us sued here. And
It's okay, we didn't buy any games from them.
yeah, it's fine. Well, I mean, they could still sue us because they're trying really hard to sue fucking 100 other people, and in the court cases, it's them or like the court case is called whatever the like owner of the company versus an unknown party, and they subpoenaed Valve so that they'll have to reveal their customers' real identities. And so Valve was like, you know what, this is dumb and immature, and now you're roping us into it, so we're removing you from our servers.
Man, it's something. Ain't that something?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The only game of theirs I've ever even remotely heard of was in 2014. They had a game called The Slaughtering Grounds, which was a horror game that got terrible reviews and was heavily criticized for having awful graphics, terrible controls, like everything was just bad and generic and terrible.
Alright, well, you basically summed up what everybody has said about their games, so...
Might get a lawsuit in the next coming weeks.
No, he was just
Like-
reading what they said.
Like, if they just reskinned a terrible game to make it more terrible, like,
No, they reskinned a terrible game to try to make an additional sale to people who weren't interested in their original game.
because it's bad. Your games are bad.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't sue us.
You've been served.
Shit. Well, I mean, you're not gonna get much.
Right.
Yeah. We're a bunch of broke nerds on the internet. We're not gonna have very much money.
Alright. I think
GTA
that...
Online. What's the news there, Rick?
Rockstar announced that they're going to be releasing the biker DLC that people have been wanting since day one, basically. Includes new motorcycles from various biker gangs,
Yes.
new outfits, weapons, tattoos, the usual.
Biker stuff.
Yep.
Biker stuff. They've barely given any information on it.
I was like, well,
All we know is it's coming.
Supposedly,
Yeah, it is.
like you can have like actual like gangs, and you can form like actual biker gangs in this.
Yeah, you can have, like, clubhouses now, right?
Something. I think so.
Probably. They're vague about everything.
Yeah. It's like, yep, it's coming. So yeah,
Just like heists.
which they did. Which they did. Anyway, so next.
It doesn't mean they were fun, but they came out.
Yeah. It's kind of yeah. So Jerry, can we get this next one?
Sure. Apparently, the Gears of War 4 trailer has launched.
Oh boy.
Yep, I haven't watched it yet. I forgot to before this podcast, but or this episode. I think I remember playing 3 last time. I could have sworn like a bunch of like I know you and Scorps played 2 or played 1. I mean.
Yes. I have seen the trailer, and it looks like a... Well, I'm not going to say any percentage of the campaign, but I'm going to say some of the campaign appears to make it look like you're going to be playing as Marcus Phoenix's son.
Neat.
Yep. JD.
Who's Marcus Phoenix again?
The main character.
Okay. Interesting. I know John DiMaggio has a voice in one of the games. I don't remember which character he played.
The main character, Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, well, there we go.
Convenient.
Yeah. All right then. And we just got like one last bit of news that I looked up.
South Park.
Yeah.
Their Fractured But Whole game has been delayed until 2017.
Yeah, it's coming out the first quarter 2017, so it's not much of a pushback.
Hopefully.
It's not much of a pushback, so...
Hopefully.
Either way, I mean, if it's what it takes to make the game as good as Stick of Truth, then I'll wait forever.
I still want to play that. I never got around to it.
Yeah.
You need to. It is fantastic. It feels like you're in the show. It really does.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'd like to check it out myself.
Like all the voicing and everything like that. Like, I watched an Angry Joe review of the game, and he says like if you go north like a bunch, you end up hitting Canada Land.
Canada Land.
And everything's like 8-bit or 16-bit.
I mean, they really put in the effort to make it everything that it needed to be. So if they're doing that for the next one, then good.
Like it was some people said it was like playing a whole season of South Park.
Yeah, it really was. It just, if you haven't played the first one, go play it right now.
But I gotta go to work here in a little bit.
I don't care.
Go play it now.
Sorry, all right.
Call
It wouldn't be the
Dead.
first time.
Yeah, that's true. Colin dead.
Colin dead.
Yes.
Because you're going to have to play through all of it, and they're going to wonder why you weren't there the next day.
That makes sense.
You call in dead, they're going to be like, oh, well, he died. He's not going to be able to come in.
You come back a week later and be like, yeah, I got better.
Exactly.
Just be in the middle ground.
It was
Colin
just
coma.
gas. It was just gas.
Colin coma. There you go.
I mean, it's not like you work at a hospital or anything. They're not going to know the difference.
Right?
Right.
I can't come in. I am currently coma.
Call in and tell them you're in the hospital. you can't come into work.
Yeah, it's where you're supposed to be.
You're in the hospital.
I'm up in the ICU. Anyway.
You better mop the floor on your way out.
I don't deal with floors anymore.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You moved up to toilets, I see.
Say what?
Nothing.
Oh. That's right. So yeah, it's...
Said you moved up to toilets, I see.
No, actually, I'm away from toilets now, too. I'm in trash now.
Bedpans.
Oh.
Yeah. High and mighty. But yeah, so that was the last bit of news from what I found out. Hopefully, next week we should have some pretty good news as well. Hopefully, it's.
I
news.
doubt it.
It's news, so I mean you can't.
Please listen to us.
Yeah, just listening to us. That'll be good. Like,
Nah, it's cool.
We're
We
just
don't
starting out, pretty much. It took a while for some other people who are really famous on YouTube to actually start getting, their views.
See,
get their
the trick is to be good.
Yeah.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, mostly good.
Consistently good.
Or at least
Consistently
attractive.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think right now we are none of the above, but we'll get there maybe.
Doubt it.
Eventually.
But if you guys listening, if you listened this far, if you have any advice for us, please leave it in the comments. We want to get better at this, so preferably constructive criticism instead of
Troll criticism.
LOL FGGTS.
Get good.
Get good. But yeah, we're already working on the getting good, so if you have any more specific advice, that'd be awesome.
And be sure to tune in next week. We will have a contest for any and all loyal fans.
Hi, Matt's mom.
So hopefully Matt's mom enjoys that prize.
I don't even think she listens to this, so I think it's all good.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. So, Until next week, I am Caretaker.
I'm Burly Badger.
And I'm Caretaker.
Liar.
And I'm Caretaker Taker.
I'm also the caretaker of caretakers.
We'll see you next
And
week.
I'm Under Caretaker.
Hot.
What? Oh, huh?
See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.